Hi everyone, this is Longvo. Today I'm analyzing one of my games on chess.com. Today is August the 2nd, 2012. I'm playing black and my opponent plays d4 and I go knight to f6. He goes c4 and I go e6. He goes knight to c3. So right away I challenge the center with d5. And he goes queen to c2. I don't really understand why he went there, but now the d pawn no longer has a defender, so I go c5 attacking it. And at this point I thought he would take because, well, he could have gone something else to defend it, but I was hoping that he would take and then I would simply develop my dark squared bishop with temple. So he didn't take, he went bishop to g5, pinning the knight. So then I take c takes d, attacking his knight. So he goes knight to b5, attacking the d4 pawn. So here I go queen to a5 check. I'm not sure if that's a good move though, because the knight is defended anyways, so it's not like I could take it, but that's what I did. So he retreats to bishop to d2, attacking the queen. And at this point I think I should have gone bishop to b4, right, developing the dark squared bishop, but instead I went queen to b6, losing a temple. So he defends the knight with a4, and I attack the knight with a6. So here, so the knight doesn't really have a good square to go to. The only move that makes sense here is to retreat it here, but then I could develop my dark square bishop, and he would simply exchange developing his rook, and I think he's still doing better with that position. So anyways, the knight takes d4, which I think is a mistake. So queen takes d4, and c takes d. So now I develop the dark squared bishop, threatening check over here. So he goes bishop to e3, attacking the queen. Queen to b4 check. Queen to d2, attacking my queen again. So I exchange queens. So queen takes d2 check. Bishop takes d2. So here I'm up a piece, so I'm doing well. Knight takes d5. And he goes e4, opening the diagonal for his light squared bishop and attacking my knight. So that's a good move. So knight to b4, threatening the a fork here. So rook to c1, attacking my well, both my bishops. So knight to d7, defending the dark squared bishop. So I'm happy I found that move. So bishop takes b4, bishop takes b4 check. So king to e2. So I think that's not a good move, because now he just blocked off his light squared bishop there. I think he could have gone to d1 instead. So I castle. So at this point my king is safe. My development is better. He's got this light squared bishop problem here. So he goes knight to f3, continuing his development. And b5, attacking the a pawn, but really also opening the diagonal here for the bishop to finish my development. So he defends with b3, bishop to b7, attacking his e-pawn, king to e3. So now he opened the diagonal for the other bishop. So rook to d8. So I'm seizing control of this open file here. So a takes b, a takes b. So now I have an open file here, so I'm happy. This pawn is obviously a weakness. I could perhaps attack it later. So bishop takes b5. And knight to f6. So now it's an attack on the e-pawn here. Both my rooks are on open files. I probably have to be careful of the back rank here eventually. So rook to c4, attacking the dark squared bishop. So bishop to a5. Bishop to c6, offering an exchange. So instead of exchanging, so I go bishop to b6 check. So he goes king to e2, and so I go rook to e2 check. Well, I couldn't really pin the rook to the king, skewer the rook there, because he would simply take. And if I take, well, I could have taken with check and then once, right? It's really the same thing. So so rook to a2 check. He blocks with knight to d2, which is a mistake because now both my rooks are attacking the knight. So so I had a choice here between taking either with the d rook or the a rook. If I had taken with the d rook, I think it would have been perhaps better because well, not really, because well, maybe. So if he goes here, then I could attack all these pawns here, which could have been good for me. But if he goes down here, same thing, right? So I think this would have been a better setup. But anyways, I took with the a rook, with the idea that if he goes down here, then I could check here and eventually take the other rook. So he didn't do that. He went king to f3. So rook to d3 check, and king to f4. Rook to rook takes f2 check. So he's in big trouble right now. So king to e5, and bishop to c7 checkmate. So it's not a very good game. I think a lot of mistakes were made, but it's not a bad game either. So there's some principle hopefully you guys can learn something from.